but he spins out and comes back in. Wow, what about that? That's unbelievable.
Class is will be going on to Sepang International Circuit for the fourth and final round.
It starts with a belief, a mission, a desire to rise through every challenge with our sight aimed at the sky. We're pushing the limits in the never-ending race towards ever better. Every lap is a discovery of what it takes to accelerate our capabilities. And we're not slowing down. We evolve to satisfy that calling from within. To get the adrenaline racing. To bring extraordinary to the everyday. Take on the exhilaration. New Vios GR Sport. Built to thrill.
We're so excited to be able to have just one part of the large Gazoo Racing family come together as we officially wrap up Season 3 of Toyota Vios Challenge by announcing our winner.
It was a very, very fun time on Season 3 because a lot of new things happened, there were new drivers, and I believe it was more exciting.
Amazing, you know, it's satu experience yang you tak boleh beli, you memang kena, orang cakap, kena diberi peluang untuk dapat rasa.
Ini satu penganjuran perlombaan yang sangat hebat, racing juga sangat mencabar, dan pengakhiran Season 3 yang sangat-sangat menakjubkan.
Everyone is really good, really competitive. It really gives me a need to push the boundaries further and try to explore a new limit that we have never been there before. I'm really looking forward for Season 4.
I think the most challenging part is everyone's very close. First of all, you're using the same car. It's a one-week race, and the field for Super Sporting this year with Teguja and Mark Darwin, both very fast drivers. I was just trying to keep up, don't do as much mistake as previous years. Definitely looking forward to come back Season 4 and definitely go for the win this time.
It was a tough season, but I enjoyed every minute of it and definitely looking forward to be back in Season 4.
I look forward to welcoming all of you back with strong and vigor again in Season 4.
is the highlights from the race yesterday, which had so
Front bumper, he spins out and looks back in. Wow, what about that? That's unbelievable.
now. Race number 2 here, the promotional class is we'll be going on to Sepang International Circuit for the 4th and final round of season 3.
It starts with a belief, a mission, a desire to rise through every challenge with our sights aimed at the sky. We're pushing the limits in the never-ending race towards ever better. Every lap is a discovery of what it takes to accelerate our capabilities. And we're not slowing down. We evolve to satisfy that calling from within. To get the adrenaline racing. To bring extraordinary to the everyday. Take on the exhilaration. New Vios GR Sport. Built to thrill.
We're so excited to be able to have just one part of the large Gazoo Racing family come together as we officially wrap up Season 3 of Toyota Vios Challenge by announcing our winner.
It was a very, very fun time on Season 3 because a lot of new things happened, there were new drivers, and I believe it was more exciting.
Amazing, you know, it's satu experience yang you tak boleh beli, man. You memang kena, orang cakap, kena diberi peluang untuk dapat rasa.
Ini satu penganjuran perlombaan yang sangat hebat. Racing juga sangat mencabar dan pengakhiran season 3 yang sangat-sangat menakjubkan.
Everyone is really good, really competitive. It really gives me a need to push the boundaries further and try to explore a new limit that we have never been there before. I'm really looking forward for season 4.
I think the most challenging part is everyone's very close. First of all, you're using the same car. It's a one-week race, and the feel for super sporting this year with Teguja and Mark Darwin, both very fast drivers. I was just trying to keep up, don't do as much mistake as previous years. Definitely looking forward to come back season 4 and definitely go for the win this time.
It was a tough season, but I enjoyed every minute of it and definitely looking forward to be back in season 4.
I look forward to welcoming all of you back with strong and vigor again in season 4.
Sudahkah anda bersedia peminat-peminat Toyota Gazoo Racing? Yes, this is race 2 here at Sepang International Circuit Toyota Gazoo Racing Festival 2021. Nah, inilah dia masanya untuk driver-driver pemandu-pemandu kita untuk menjangkau lagi. Inilah peluang keemasan, peluang kedua untuk mereka meraih points ataupun mata. Kita lihat di hujung musim keempat ini siapakah yang bakal menjadi juara untuk 4 kelas kita, Super Sporting, Sporting Promotional Class dan juga Rookies kita. Kalau anda berada bersama-sama kita, bersama saya Nazruddin Rahman, kita mengulas apa yang terjadi semalam race day 1. Kalau anda terlepas, siapa sangka masa qualifying semuanya cantik. Angin tiup sepoi-sepoi bahasa. Matahari pun sangat-sangat terik. Tiba-tiba race 1. Pugodudo, hujan melanda. Tapi untuk driver-drivers kita, pantang bila nampak hujan ni. Bila nampak hujan, pole position doesn't matter to some of them. Dan kalau kita nampak Super Sporting Class kita, pertarungan yang sengit. Kita mulakan dari pole position Mark Darwin. Kepada peminat-peminat Mark Darwin, mesti hampa sedikit kerana dari nombor 1, beliau telah ditewaskan oleh Tengku Janle from second position. Dan satu lagi fight yang istimewa di Super Sporting Class, 2 lap yang terakhir, Tengku Jan memotong Syafiq Ali yang telah mengorak langkah dari tempat yang ke-7. Suatu perlumbaan yang sangat-sangat mendebarkan. Jadi jangan lupa untuk bersama-sama kita untuk race day 2 sedikit masa nanti. Dan kalau kita nak announce sikit apa yang anda terlepas pada race day 1, Super Sporting Class, 4th runner-up Kenny Lee, 3rd runner-up Mark Darwin dari Laser Motor Racing, 2nd runner-up Hayden Haikal dari Speed Addicts, dan 1st runner-up kita Syafiq Ali. Memang race yang hebat untuk beliau. Dan pemenang race 1 untuk Super Sporting Class, Tengku Jan dari Prima Pearl. Memang dijangkakan 2-time champion Tengku Jan Lei. Mampukah beliau meraih kejuaraan buat kali yang ketiga di musim yang keempat ini? Kita saksikan. Untuk Sporting Class, 4th runner-up kita Haji Sultan Mustafa dari pole position. My goodness. Tapi beliau akan cuba sebaik mungkin untuk meraih mata dalam race yang kedua ini. 3rd runner-up untuk Sporting Class, Kenneth Koh dari Panglima City. 2nd runner-up Eric Yong. 1st runner-up Clement Yo. Dan pemenang Sporting Class kita semalam Adam Khalid, Crash Max Motorsports daripada belakang juga mampu meraih tempat yang pertama untuk Sporting Class. Untuk selebriti-selebriti races kita, peminat-peminat sekalian, kalau ada piala untuk peminat Kai Bahar, memang dia akan menang. Peminat paling tegar di Facebook, well done, show us your love baby, show us your love. Dan kita akan lihat di race kedua siapa yang akan menjuarai race kedua pada hari ini. Nampaknya semalam Zizar Razak, walaupun musim yang pertama kita tahu dia memang motorhead ni orang, dan hampir seminit beliau mendapat tempat yang pertama. Jauh betul ditinggalkan Akio Takayama, iaitu UMW Toyota Deputy Chairman dan juga Chief Motorsports Officer untuk TGR Malaysia, mendapat tempat yang kedua. Tempat yang ketiga di sini Akhirudin, juga rookie race yang pertama, musim pertama buat Akhirudin. So tahniah buat pemenang-pemenang kita. Tapi it's a new day. Race 2 is about to begin, ladies and gentlemen. So start your engines. Kita start slow-slow sikit. Jadi apa yang kita boleh expect untuk race kedua hari ni? Nampak ni. Kita baru saja nampak kereta-kereta kita berlepas. Kat depan GR Yaris dan juga GRS Vios ya. Dan di sini, yang ini anda semua boleh beli. Tapi yang ini, oh no, this is the GRS Vios, and this is the stock challenge car. Tapi tak boleh beli, betul. Everybody drives the same car, and so it's all about your skill. Semuanya tentang kemampuan atau kemahiran anda sebagai seorang driver. So kita nantikan race 2 pada hari ini. Kehangatan kian bermula. Kalau hari ini pun hujan, nampak kita bawa face shield ni pun dah berpeluh-peluh dah ni. Nak lap peluh pun susah. SOP tetap dijaga di Sepang International Circuit ya. Jadi sekali lagi kita akan tengok highlights kita. Sebentar lagi kita akan tunjuklah kepada anda yang terlepas race day 1 highlights dan juga race 2 Super Sporting Karting dan Rookie Class akan bermula 12.15 tengah hari. Jangan lupa TGR of the Great juga. Kita masih ada entertainment segmen kita khas untuk anda sewaktu kita menunggu race kita bermula ya. Jadi sedikit masa lagi kita akan juga memulakan apa kita kata pit tour dan pre-race interview kita from the driver seat bersama saya Nazrudin Rahman. Jadi saya akan berehat seketika dan apa kata kita lihat highlights of race day 1 here at Sepang International Circuit for Toyota Gazoo Racing Festival 2021 Season 4. Let's roll it. Itu dia highlights race day 1. Ini dia kereta Syukri Yahya. Sayang betul champion kita, ambassador Vios kita. Tiba-tiba mengalami kerosakan kereta dan terpaksa lucut ke tingkat yang keempat. Apa nak buat? Jadi Syukri Yahya nak membalas dendam katanya. Jiwa antara 3 driver yang kita tengok untuk promotional class ni yang kita kena tumpukan perhatian. Ziza Rasa, first season dah tempat pertama race day 1. Nabil Ahmad yang dah spin out untuk first race ni, dia nak mengorak langkah semula. Dan Syukri Yahya kita. Jadi pilihlah selebriti anda, sokonglah mereka, kita bersama-sama secara atas talian sehingga akhir rancangan. Buat masa sekarang, apa kata kita bersama dengan racecasters kita. It's time to race, baby. Let's go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Go Toyota Gazoo Racing Vios Challenge Season 4, day number 2. My name is Victor Ang. Joining me here is Matthews Isaac, and we're going to be your commentators for today as we kick off day 2 of racing here at Sepang International Circuit. So, Matthew, how are you doing here today?
I'm doing great, man. I mean, I'm looking forward for the next race there because we have seen amazing actions that happened yesterday, especially thank you, John, who surprised us all in the final 2 laps by overtaking Shafiq Ali out of nowhere.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of like it was mostly a mistake, I think, that Shafiq Ali did because he was leading the race up until that point, and it's just that he made a mistake trying to go into turn one, and Tukujan capitalized heavily on that and actually still took the first win. But the thing is that Shafiq Ali did make up a lot of places during the race because remember he did qualify in 8th place and end up climbing 6 places up to get into second. So no matter what, it was still a very good result for Shafiq Ali.
Yeah, exactly. It is a fantastic result for Shafiq Ali. But then I would like to stress on Tengku Jan because I've been telling Victor since the start of the race, I just feel like Tengku Jan is being the fox behind 2 of the other cars that's leading the race all the way to the last 2 laps of the entire race actually. And that last moment overtaking with that mistake from Shafiq Ali was very unfortunate for the dual races up front. But then we have to give credit for Tengku Jan with that surprise that we witnessed yesterday's race.
Yeah, so we're going to be going on to introduce to you guys who are the racers who are going to be racing here today. So just to give you guys an idea, we've got actually 4 classes that are racing in this season of the Toyota Gazoo Racing Festival. So we've got the Super Sporting class, the Sporting class, then we've got the Rookies, and finally we have the Promotional class. Now the Super Sporting class are mostly comprised of veterans and like professional racers, and they also have the Sporting class, which are meant for some amateurs as well as like semi-professional drivers to join in. Then we have the Rookie class, which is all new. This is a new project that Toyota Gazoo Racing is doing here in order to bring in new blood into the sport.
Yeah, exactly. And talking about the Rookie class, we have some top names, of course. Mika Hakimi is in the race along with Nakib Aslan. We saw a fantastic result by Nakib Aslan yesterday. His performance was absolutely well. So I guess we'll be looking through the races soon.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and check out the video of all of our drivers here today. So 11 drivers in the Super Sporting class, 18 drivers in the Sporting class, and 6 rookies. Those are comprising of the 2 pro players. Then we also have our promotion class drivers, which are 10 drivers in that class. So let's go ahead and check out the video. So here we go, the Super Sporting class. It comprises of Freddie Ang of Car 03. We also have Shafiq Ali of the M7 Japan Project team. And we've got Boy Wong, who races as a privateer. Brendan Paul racing for the Dream Chaser team. Al Farouk from 23 Motors. Then we also have Kenny Lee from Kagani Racing in the number 38.
All amazing races actually. Looking forward to all the races, especially Shafiq Ali had a perfect performance yesterday except for that last minute twist there we saw.
Yep.
But yeah, this is all the other races on the other side. William Ho.
William Ho in car number 39. He drives for Toyotsu Racing. Kifli Othman for the car number 45 drives for 23 Motors. Tengku Jan carries the number 61 for Prima Pearl Auto. And we got Mark Darwin from Laser Motor Racing on the number 63. And then we've got Hayden Haikal, number 81, driving for Speed Addicts.
Fantastic drivers, of course. Tengku Jan on the other side, defending champion of this entire tournament. He has 2 titles to his name, and he just, maybe we might see the 3rd one this time. We might, but never mind. Let's have a look on the rookie class. And there you go, the man with dual names, Mika Häkkinen and also Kimi Räikkönen. Mika Hakimi is the name on the car number 02. Number 04 is going to be Ame Harris. And the number 17, yesterday was leading the race, Nakib Aslan. Troy Aman on number car 27. And 73 car is going to be Juan Hee. And the car number 25, it's going to be Putra Adam. Top rookies actually. They put on a really amazing time, especially Nakib Aslan during the qualifying, Victor.
Yeah, they do indeed. So for our promotional class, we've got a stacked grid of celebrities and famous stars here in Malaysia, and also a professional racing driver.
Yeah.
His name is Akio Takayama. He drives the car number 01. He's the head of the motorsports, the chief motorsports officer for UMW Toyota. So we also have on the grid here, joining us for the first time, Ahirine Ahiruddin, and she is driving the number 37. We also got Jana Nick in the car number 18. Kari Bahar, he's going to be driving car number 94. And then we also have Shuki Yahya in car number 24, Tarita Tan in car number 11, and Wani Hasrita in car number 8. And we also are going to be checking out our sporting class drivers here because we've got lots of drivers inside here. 19 racers total, but 18 will be racing here today. So we got Won Ching Eek from the Haiwa Racing Team, Sean Lee driving for the Laser Motor Racing Team, Eric Yong drives as a privateer, Dato Ken Fu drives for Kulim Top Wheel, Haji Sultan Mustafa Salihin, who actually qualified in pole position for race 1, he is driving as a privateer. And we got Haziq Azariel all from Karnani Racing Team, Adam Khalid from Crestmax Motorsports, Tom Go from S&D Tama Motorsports, Amira Haikal from Super Evergreen Motorsports, Bradley Benedict Anthony drives for Dream Chaser, Lim Chung Bang drives for Team Focus Tetap, Shan Muganathan Amurugam drives from Kashas Vina Motorsports, Tarmi Mitahang drives for the M7 Japan Project Team, Ricky Tan drives for Saksama Motorsports, Kenneth Kaur drives for Palangima City Racing Team, Dennis Ng, a privateer, Dato Danny Yip from Alizo Motorsports, Mirza Shami Mazan also from Alizo Motorsports, and finally Clement Yov, who is driving for Distinctive Model.
Yeah, so that is the point system. As usual, we have seen these even in the yesterday's race there. So if you finished on the first position, it's going to be 20 points. Second on 15. Third is going to be on 12. Fourth is going to be on 10. Fifth is going to be on 8. 6 is going to be 6. 7 is going to be 4. 8 is going to be 3. 9 is going to be 2. And the last position, number 10, is going to be bringing you, you're going to bring back 1 point only. So talking about all the sporting class, this is much a better look on today's track, the northern track of Sepang International Circuit. As we see, it has consisting of 9 turns. Well, the turns that we need to really look forward is basically turn number 4 and turn number 8, where it has the track limit there, Victor.
Yeah, so very challenging because there's a lot of good mix of corners here. We've got fast corners like turn 3 and turn 5. We've got heavy braking corners like turn 1, 2, and as well as turn 4. And we also got the challenge of turns 7 and 8 where drivers who can nail this part correctly will be able to hit their max speed by the time they reach the end of the straight. So this is going to be the battlegrounds that all of our drivers will be racing in. The Super Sporting and the Rookie class, in fact, will be sharing the same grid here today in race number 2.
Yeah, the difference is it's going to be on a reverse grid if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be on a reverse grid. But talking about the sporting class yesterday, we saw Adam Khalid taking the first position there, Victor. How was the race?
Okay, sorry,
I was talking about Adam Khalid.
Adam Khalid, yeah, Adam Khalid. So the thing was that he actually had to bide his time a little bit because he lost the beginning there. But actually, we're going to the car here that is being driven in this race here, and we're going to be driving the stock Vios car. This is our local edition of like NASCAR, basically, because it is stock car racing all and all. But then that doesn't mean that we don't get to skimp on the parts, because all these cars, they are fitted with TRD suspensions and as well as lots of performance parts all over the car. It's still essentially the same car that you can buy from Toyota, but it has been stripped out quite a bit. It's got quite a few modifications just to make it safe for racing.
Yeah, so it seems that even in the promotional races, all the sporting races, all the rookie races, all of them are going to be using the same car with the same specification as the host Nazruddin was earlier on mentioning. So I guess we'll be going into the race not so far yet again, but let's see what's going to happen in the upcoming event so far, Victor.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to see what the racers will be able to bring, because we know that the rookies, they are really fast, they're really tenacious, and they've been given quite a good tool, I should say, in order to be able to race in here, because the cars they are using are actually the cars that formerly raced inside the promotional class. So in a way, they're a little bit battle-worn, I would like to call it battle-hardened in a way, because you do know that these cars tend to bang around quite a bit, but the rookies, you know, they are really up for the job in order to be able to drive these cars and really extract the performance out of it.
Yes, so talking about the car earlier on that Victor was explaining about the entire specification, let's have a look on the tires there, Victor, because I saw, we're going to go for off-grid segment, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, that is correct because we really want to be able to get you guys to know, get to know a lot of the drivers here. So the thing is that they actually did manage to record some really fun segments that I'm pretty sure you guys at home will be able to enjoy. But really, I think, especially if you've ever been to the pits over here, I mean, there's a lot of really nice cars to have a look at. Not just the Vioses alone,
Yeah.
but they also brought along the GR Sport version of the Vios, which is heavily inspired by the kind of racing developments that have been done throughout the 4 seasons of racing here at Toyota Gazoo Racing. So to that end, this Vios is not your regular Vios. It's actually got lots of really good performance parts in it. It's got 18-inch rims, and it's also got disc rears in the back. So that actually makes for a really solid driving experience, and I highly recommend those people, for you guys at home, to actually check out this version of the Vios, because I feel this is pretty much the ultimate Vios you can get from brand new from the factory.
Yeah, before we go into the host, Victor, give us a little bit information on the tires that we used yesterday.
So in any case, the wheels, they are actually using 15-inch rims. These are using standard street tires here. They are actually the Proxys TR1 from Toyo Tires. I believe the size of it is 195/40/R15. So these are basically street tires for all intents and purposes. So some of the drivers actually found it a bit challenging to kind of make use of it because...
That is one of the reasons why during the wet race, some of them were overspinning and stuff.
Yeah, because the thing is, the cars don't really have a lot of grip to begin with. Normally race tires, they tend to be like slicks, where they have no thread at all. They're made of really, really soft rubber that actually can melt as you touch them, especially once they're heated up. So the thing is that these are just still regular street tires. They're very, very hard compound, and especially when they're cold or if they get extremely hot, and if the pressures aren't set properly, these the tires can basically end up with no grip. In fact, today, it's looking like a pretty cloudy-ish day. There's a chance of it being a little bit overcast. But yesterday, when it rained really hard, the problem is a lot of drivers were not able to adapt to it, and some of them ended up spinning, and it really isn't their fault because there's no grip on it at all.
Yeah, exactly. So for those of you guys who are basically watching from home, please do like and share the stream, because we're going to bring you all the actions, all the races that's going to happen real soon. So do give your support on your Facebook and stuff. So I guess we'll be going to our host Nazruddin, and let's see what he has from Off the Grid segment. Here we go.
All right, thank you very much, casters. They're looking forward to an awesome race. Let's watch the weather, guys. Let's watch the weather. Kalau dia hujan lagi sekali, it's going to be a thrills and spills race. Baiklah, kepada para penonton kita yang baru saja bersama-sama secara atas talian, secara langsung dari Sepang International Circuit. This is Toyota Gazoo Racing Festival 2021 musim yang keempat, Race Day 2. Jadi sebelum kita ke races kita, apa kata kita berehat seketika dengan selebriti-selebriti kita? Selebriti kita ni, macam saya cakap semalam, mereka ni walaupun selebriti, tapi races, mereka sangat-sangat kompetitif. Oh, cakap sekali macam cakap 1000 kali macam tu. War tervasuna, nur tervasuna madre. Jadi, kita akan melihat mereka beraksi di, ni game yang saya suka, Toyota Arena.
Hey everyone, you're back with me Kyle, and I'm here with Tengku Zhan, only here at Toyota Arena. Now, jom kita tengok game apa diorang main ni. Over to you Zhan.
Salam semua, nama saya Tengku Zhan. Saya pelumba di Super Sporting kategori. So hari ni kita ada 2 tim ya. So tim A, Putra, Troy, Nakib, dan tim B kita ada Amir, Mika dan Juan. Hari ni kita akan main catch the ball. Satu orang from each team akan melutut sambil berhadap satu sama lain. 2 bola akan dipegang pada aras mata dan tanpa apa-apa warning akan dijatuhkan. Siapa yang dapat tangkap bola itu sebelum jatuh ke lantai akan mendapat 1 markah. Look simple kan? Jom kita tengok. Okay, we're gonna start the games. Are you ready? Yeah. Alright, the first 2 please. Come on, Nakib. Go. Okay, focus ya. Ready? Yeah. 1-0.
Let's go. Come on, come on.
Okay, 3-1. Next two, please. So team A is leading, huh? Okay. Right.
No!
Okay. You got this, you got this. Relax, relax. Ready? Bounce back, bounce back.
Finish him off.
Good job. Okay, last group, last pair.
Hey, Joe, if you don't win, waste my effort. Come on. Easy win, Putra. Easy win.
Ready?
Hey!
Oh, almost. All right.
Come on, John. Come back. Keep going.
Ready? Okay. 1-0.
Still 1-0.
Ready? Oh, still at 1-0.
Still 1-0.
Pressure is on. Ready? Oh, nice one. Okay, 1-0, right? Ready? Oh. Kalau anda semua tak pernah main game ni, senang saja. Jom tengok. Dua alat vacuum bergerak ini telah dipenuhkan dengan cawan plastik. Setiap pemain hanya perlu membaling bola pingpong ke dalam cawan. Whoever gets the most balls in the cups wins. Just like that. Senang saja. Are you ready?
Yep.
Right. 3, 2, 1, go!
Come on, Troy. Come on. Just get it.
Come on, Troy. Come on. Ah, nice. Come on. Go. Come on, Troy. Okey, jom kita kira markah tim A. 1, 2. Alright, tim B. 1, 2. 2 saja. Okay, tim A, tim B, are you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go!
Let's go.
Okey, jom kita kira tim A. 1, 2, 3 ya. Good job guys. Oh, tim ni boleh tahan juga.
Oh, berat.
Nampak gaya kita dah jumpa pemenang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay guys, this is the final game. So get on closer, support your teammates. Come on, closer. Right, so our first game we had a draw between team A and team B, and the second game was won by team B. So this is your chance to redeem yourself. Yeah? Are you ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go! Hey!
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, let's count the final score and find out who the winner is. Team A or Team B. So Team A has 4 balls, yeah? Team B has 6 balls. So the winner is Team B. Well done, guys. Congratulations to the winning team. But here in Toyota Arena, everyone's a winner. Anda di rumah jangan ke mana-mana. Nantikan segmen seterusnya. See ya! Alright, welcome back to TGR Off the Grid, and we have another segment for you, Melody Mystery. So kita ada 3 selebriti TGR yang akan memakai helmet dan menyanyi. Macam mana tu? Easy, diorang akan dengar lagu dalam helmet diorang dan cuba untuk nyanyi. Tapi diorang tak tahu lagu apa. Alright, so mesti ada skill sikit-sikit lah. And of course, we have our judges, celebrity TGR drivers as well, who will try and guess what songs our celebrities are singing. Alright, for each one that they guess correct, our celebrities will get 1 point each, and at the end, they will also be judged by their performance. Of course, we have the one and only Jana Nick. Woo! Everyone give a clap.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We have Nabil Ahmad.
Hello. Hi. Oh, no, thank you.
Alright, and last but not least, we have Wani Hazrita.
Bagi satu.
Belum lagi.
Dia dapat satu tu. Oh, satu je dia dapat.
Alright, now before we start, just a couple of questions for each of you. Okay, first question. How is your relationship with all the drivers? Is it very friendly ke atau competitive?
Friendly, we are more like brothers and sisters.
Wow. You see in character, the win one. Just now.
Alright, Nabil.
Yes, sir.
Now we have a couple of new drivers.
Yes.
Apakah advice kepada semua driver yang baru ni?
Ambil MC lah selalu for the race. Go and take MC. Because it's going to be a rainy day.
It's going to
for
be
them.
Oh, for them. Tadi cakap friendly, sekarang positif. Alright, and since TGR 1, you've been here. Can you tell me what is your favorite memory among all the TGRs?
Blocking everybody.
Yes. Every season, Toyota hire I untuk block everyone. Okay, so beware of me.
Beware of me.
Beware of the dog.
Beware of me. I'm
All
the dog.
There you have it, our 3 judges. They're excited, they're ready. Let's go and meet our contestants. Come over here. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for our 3 contestants. We have Nabila, Talita, and Ahirin.
Yeah.
Nabila, are you ready? All right, let's go.
No, let it go. Let it go.
Okay.
Sedang.
Yang tu, apa yang budak-budak ni?
Let it go.
Very easy lah. Very easy. This one.
Simple. What about na moving. Na cruising. Na gonna be alright.
Lagu Hindustan.
Oh. Just beat it.
Oh, Bidin. Okay.
Surrender. Dia tahu tu je.
Okay.
Dah surrender. I'm safe in this moment.
Alright, got it.
Forever.
Alright, nice. Oh, yang ni joget pun tahu ni.
Cause I need to know. Loneliness is killing me.
And I must confess, a sin in me, killing me. Yay! Okay.
Alright, great performance! Wow!
Amazing!
Alright, judges.
Yeah.
Sekarang ni, boleh tak anda semua guess apa lagu-lagu?
Let it go, Frozen.
Okay.
First song. Oh, second. Second, Shake It Off, Taylor Swift.
Yang third punya Ting.
Ting. Alright, I heard that song before.
Right? Lepas tu yang the fourth one is Just Bidin. My
Bidin,
budak kampung.
Oh, budak kampung. Bidin. Okay.
Yang nombor 4 Spender.
Surrender.
Surrender. Oh, dia cakap surrender bukan Spender.
Bukan Spender. Okay, yang kelima Britney Spears Hit Me Baby One More Time.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you rate her performance?
5.
All right, it looks like we have all 5.
Nice.
We're gonna move on to our next contestant, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, we have Talita.
Yeah. Okay, keep on dancing lah. Keep on dancing.
Bersamamu.
Cakaplah bersamamu TV3. Bersamamu.
Ain't no right. Bye.
Everybody at the paddle. Yet the tani at the paddle.
Budak.
Ain't nobody, ain't no right. Baby, bye, roti.
Hari Raya.
Hah? Oh, yang ni I know. Havoc.
Bukan havoc.
Okay.
Kalau aku kaya. Let's go. Straight masterpiece. Wildin'.
All right, great job, ladies and gentlemen. Please give a big round of applause for Talita. All right, so judges, try and guess all 5 songs. What is the first song?
I don't know. I think it is Taylor Swift. Is it? Perempuan. Laki. Allah. Tak. I rest my case.
I think it's nonsense. Tajuk lagu nonsense. Penyanyi tak tahu siapa.
All right. So is that everyone's answer? Everyone don't know the first one lah.
Yes.
All right.
So we agreed on nonsense lah.
All right. Second song.
It's
Bye.
I don't know. Blank space. I don't know. It's Malay song.
Ya, Malay song. Tapi aku tak tahu.
Bersamamu TV3. Sekali tersungkur.
Third song.
Bye kan?
Yang ketiga Bye
Backstreet Boys.
All right.
Bukan NSYNC.
No, bye to Backstreet Boys. Welcome to NSYNC.
Okay. All right. Good cover. All right. So that's the third song. Fourth song.
Ultimate.
Havoc.
Kalau aku kaya.
Havoc Budak Subang Jaya.
So we're going to give the majority lah. And the last song.
Bruno Mars.
All right. So there we have it. All 5 songs. Now the score for performance.
5.
5 and
Yang bilang makan saya.
apa tu?
Kosong.
Tak ada masak.
Sakit hatinya.
Don't worry, you guys can be honest. Okay.
The effort is there. The dancing was good.
Oh, this one really professional judging.
We are giving. We are giving the highest so that she can retire lah.
All right, good job. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Our judges score. Great job, Talita. Up next, we have contestant number 2. Hearing. Let's go.
It's not me. It's not my family. In your
head. In your head lah. In your head.
Dah habis dah lagu. Tell me why. Tell me why.
Don't know why.
I don't know. You have come to show you. Oh, wow. Titanic.
Oh, Titanic.
Read your message on our own.
Okay.
They are
not.
Bruno Mars.
In my body.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
New Age.
Bukan lah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Hearing. All right, judges, you ready? First song, what do you think it is?
Zombie. Cranberry.
Okay.
Second song.
Tell me why. Sebab dia cakap tell me why, kita tell me why.
And the third song.
Third song, my heart will go on.
Oh, dia orang Terengganu
Oh, Terengganu.
Yang nyanyi siapa? Cindy Crawford. Celine Dion.
Fourth song.
Fourth song.
Bruno Mars. Every song.
Tak, tajuk lagu dia Deftone.
Deftone.
Deftone dia.
Fourth song lagu Melayu, Ku Cari Cahaya daripada Death Galaxy.
Lazy song, Bruno Mars.
Okay, and the last song.
Radioactive.
Now, please give your score. 5 dan...
Saya bagi asbab untuk saya dapat pahala banyak.
Alright, So there you have it. We will come back with the score and we'll see who the winner is for this segment. All right, let's see who won this segment of Melody Mystery right here at TGR Off the Grid. But before we do that, please give a big round of applause to all our judges for all their comments, for all their guesses, and of course for all their marks. And we're going to go right to the scores, which I have with me, starting with Nabila, with a score of 24 points. Wow. All right, up next, we have Kalita with a total of 19 points. And last but not least, we have Ahiri with a total of, at least some drum rolls are nice as well. Okay, with 24 points as well. That means we have two winners, which is Ahiri and Nabila. Please give them a big round of applause. So congratulations to everyone. All right, now we are done with that segment of Melody Mystery right here, TGR Off the Grid. Stay tuned for more content.
Pecah perut ataupun tidak, itulah dia pembaharuan yang dibawa. #New Normal TGR Off the Grid session bersama selebriti-selebriti kita. Baiklah, kita merasai semula kehangatan perlumbaan kita Toyota Gazoo Racing Festival 2021 musim yang keempat, Race 2, Race Day 2. Are you ready? Baik, kita akan mulakan enjin kita. Kita akan start enjin kita dengan wawancara bersama seorang dari dulu sampai sekarang, handsome orang dia. This was, ladies and gentlemen, Malaysia's F1 driver, and he still continues to serve the nation by training the next generation. Alex, on behalf of all Malaysians, thank you for the love of motorsports, man.
Good to be here, man.
All right. I mean, looking at the boys behind and looking at their performance yesterday, can you give us a summary of how you felt? Are you proud of the boys?
Yeah, no, super proud. You know, they did a really exceptional job. You saw how quick they were against the super sporting boys in practice. To be honest, I wasn't really surprised because I've worked with them within a few days. I've been doing a lot of coaching with them, and you can really see their determination, their desire, and of course their natural ability. You know, these are really quick race car drivers.
So you had no doubt that they could match the times of even super sporting class?
Yeah, I had no doubt. These guys are really good, you know. And what was really special about yesterday was, for all of them, it was the first time in the rain. And you could see the first few laps, okay, take it a bit careful. But then they understood the conditions, and wow, they were so fast at the end.
Well, that's something I wanted to ask as well. When we talk about wet conditions, right? I mean, you've been there before. A lot of people say wet conditions makes the real driver. And so when I did a little digging yesterday, the guy who came in first place yesterday, Nakib, yeah? Nakib has raced about 200 hours in a simulator, but never raced in the rain. Did you have a bit of fear, maybe?
No. I mean, because I've seen him drive. The thing about the simulator drivers are, they adapt to conditions very quickly. So I knew it would be tricky for him, but I fully expected him to get on top of it, and he did. You know, he figured out that the use of wet lines like go-karts and stuff, and he got up to speed very quickly.
And the anticipation from other drivers as well, that's something you can't teach. That's just natural intuition, isn't it?
Yeah, you can teach it a bit. You can tell them what to look out for and to be aware. Not to be so fixated that this is the only way to drive. You know, the coaching needs to be very dynamic. It needs to be very flexible.
All right.
So you've got to teach that into the drivers.
As we embrace the future and technology as well, I'm from the old school, and I think you feel the same way as well. The spirit of motorsports lies right here on the track. So you've got a good mix of go-karters right here. You've got a bunch of simulator races right here as well. So what say you? Where is the world of motorsports heading towards?
Okay, definitely the way of simulators. I mean, you had to do go-karts. It's still very important because you can do so many days in a go-kart. You know, days at Sepang, in the Vios, okay, that would be the best, but you just can't get enough days to do that. So you do it on the go-karts. But now with the simulators being so good, you know, in a go-kart here in Malaysia, you might do 50 days, 100 days a year in the go-kart. On the simulators, it's 365 days. These guys are testing all the time. So it's about getting in the hours to try and reach that 10,000 hour mark to be world class.
But what's more in reaching that 10,000 hour mark, should we forget the spirit of motorsports?
No, absolutely not. You don't, you know, you got to come down and, like you said, smell the rubber, smell the engine oil, see the smoke. That's the true excitement of motorsport, The passion is always here on location.
Well, right now, as we fight a global pandemic, as you can see, we're socially distanced. We've got our face shields and our masks. Even the rookies over there, everyone's observing standard operating procedure. Well, let's just hope that one day, one fine sunny day, the pandemic will be behind us and we'll see you guys right up there in the stands cheering for your favorite drivers as well. Mr. Alex Young, thank you so much for your comments. Really, really appreciate what you're doing for the rookies and for Malaysia as well. So, keep the flag flying high. Kita semua ada tanggungjawab untuk memberikan sokong yang terbaik kepada industri motorsports Malaysia. Jadi di sini, we're about to get a little bit more heated right here. The sun looks right, it's really out there. It doesn't look like it's going to rain, but anything can happen. So, what we're going to do right now, let's take a quick look into what the rookies are thinking. How have they handled the pandemic so far? So, this next video has been shot actually quite a few months before everything is the way it is now. And so, let's see their hopes, their dreams, and their aspirations. Here are the rookie videos. And right after that, straight into super sporting class and rookie class race. Over to you.
I think Sepang is so overwhelming. When I was young, I come to Sepang to watch races. I was like always so amazed. And Sepang is definitely not an easy track. Because you have high-speed corners, you have some mid-speed corners at really low speed. So it's quite intimidating. I've done, I think, thousands of laps in Sepang. But every lap, it really brings a different joy in me when I drive it in Sepang.
Today was day one at Sepang of a 4-day test, so it was a big day for the boys.
Today, first time we have a chance to sit down and really get to know them.
15-20 degrees of steering wheel.
Well, first of all, I didn't expect them to be so young.
Normally the issue, isn't it, the transition. Yeah, with a go-kart, it's very direct, you feel everything. With the car, everything is kind of muffled.
For me, it's very exciting because I have been racing in Malaysia for many, many years now. And all the time, you only see the same faces. So to have fresh faces and especially young talent, come into this scene and industry, it's exciting.
Toyota asked me to get involved and to guide these 6 new talent into the program, right? So I was like, yeah, sure, I will do it,
I was asked to work together with Alex to develop young talent due to my experience with TGR and of course the Vios.
So this is day one. Zyric over there will get you to ballot for your cars. Each of you will be assigned one car that's your baby.
The first time we got into the Toyota Vios race car, they were quite excited.
Car can bring back home, right?
Please take good care of it. After this, we'll give you just a little bit of rundown about your car.
Okay, so the wheels are wrapped with the Toyo tires. They are basically HP tires, high performance tires. They are not UHP, so you've got to manage your tires. They tend to overheat really fast. So all you need to do is touch another car at the wrong angle. You will lose the lip and you lose all the air, and that's it, that's the end of your race. Interior-wise, very straightforward. You have your cut-off switch, you have your fire extinguisher, that's all on the center panel.
We will move as fast as you. So if you guys set the pace and you're way ahead of the program, I'm sure Alex will speed things up.
When I started off, I didn't have the privilege to have like coach and all to guide me. I don't want other drivers that's coming into motorsport to go through this struggle. So I always love sharing my knowledge. Some of them don't even have license, so they don't have the opportunity to practice driving manual. Not knowing how to drive manual and coming to Sepang circuit and you are sitting beside a racing driver and Toyota bosses are here, a lot on their shoulders. We started off evaluating them, do the actual thing. So that means throttle in, let go throttle, clutch in, shift gear. Okay. I just want to see you, can you do it now?
You can see the varying levels of ability and experience.
All the guys that I sat with, except for one, struggled with gear changing.
Some of them don't have licenses.
It's normal because in karting you do not change any gears, but with a real car you do.
Push the gear down. When you push like that, you will surely get second gear. But if you hold like that, maybe you will put into fourth.
You see how fast I'm doing this? Basically push it straight like that.
So once you're good, then you can just go.
Yes, you just remember these basics.
Push, but you have to push like this.
So take your time to practice it slowly.
When I first learned to drive, I was in here for hours practicing. But try, it's your car, you just jump in and you try.
Try to imagine first gear. Yeah, exactly. Try to play it in your mind, then you can synchronize your leg and your clutch.
I think technically it was quite challenging, like shifting down, shifting up smoothly.
We should now go on the brakes. Brakes, down shift. Yes. Okay, we are good. Let's go.
Yeah, it was an exciting time because you're always wishing to get the best car, the best looking one. I think I spotted like a name on the key, so it was a celebrity's car from last year. So I think it was Nabila Razali. Yeah, she's quite famous. So yeah, I feel kind of proud that I got her car. I actually got Akio's car, which is exciting.
It's always a great feeling getting onto your first racetrack. All of them would have had wide eyes.
I've never actually properly driven, like with suits and everything in the big Sepang track, so I was really excited.
Hey, you wear the shoe but you never wear the suit first. Oh my god.
Yeah, you need to be locked here.
Yeah. Wow, cushion galore. Why is there so many cushions in here?
Yep, perfect.
We went through track driving where the instructor sits as a driver, show them, these are distance, what gears do we use, where do we brake, what's the braking marker, when do we accelerate out the corner, so we show them the entire track.
Happy to finally be on track.
You have 15 corners, so you've got to absorb all this information.
And then they got into the driver's seat and we got into the passenger seat and they drove around, and as they drive, then we tell them what are they doing wrong, where they should improve. So we are there to tell them, okay, you must use this gear in these corners, you must brake here. Just bring it slow, nothing to rush. Nothing to rush, nothing to prove. Just do it slowly.
Quite a big jump from go-kart to car. I had to adapt quickly.
Brought home the car in one piece, so all in all, a good day.
Not bad for a team driver though. Good. One more. Joan, Mark, Joan. Let's go. Let's go.
First session was interesting. A lot of very rough gear changes, not smooth with the clutch.
The braking part, I struggled most today because coming from a go-kart is very different.
Now you're doing twist, So your hand is so much faster than your leg. That's why you're getting so much of crunching.
Troy, you can see, he was, it's probably the second or third time he's ever sat with a manual gearbox, so it looked very new to him.
I did struggle at first. The downshifting part, going into the right gears, that was tricky.
Everyone is still allowing the car to drive them versus them trying to drive the car.
Crap. If you do this in the race, I think the most 10 laps, the gearbox should be. But a little bit mistake, you can damage the gearbox easily.
Because driving a manual shift is it's like playing an instrument. You need a bit of harmony, you need a rhythm.
applying the brakes, the clutch and all that, it requires a lot more finesse because there's a lot of information coming out through the car.
They don't quite have it. They're a little bit too fast and stuttery.
When it came to braking, it was either too strong or too weak. But throughout the day, once we got onto track, once we started to build up speed, once they clocked more hours behind the wheel, they've managed to build that confidence and also muscle memory basically to engage the gears, apply the brake, steer the car and of course accelerate.
I was struggling a little bit. Also, my confidence went down a bit.
Okay, so we try again. Okay, let's go.
A lot of them struggle today with the size of the track basically.
The guys have been doing a lot of karting. They might have been overawed by the track because it's such a big, wide track. They're used to small little kart tracks.
This is like, what, triple the size of a karting circuit. Towards the end of the day, we had our stickers and names, so we had to stick our names on the side and the number and the flag.
So I think for the first time, sticking on my own name with the Malaysian flag, with my number 17. I can't actually describe it in words. Seeing my name on an actual racing car, it was mind-blowing. It was my birthday date.
So beforehand, Daniel sent us the list of numbers that we could choose from. And then I saw my favorite number, which was 25, and I straight away chose it. I used it since I was 8.
Wow, nice. My number is 27, because that was my number that I used in karting, 277, so I took that 27 part and put it here, so it kind of reminds me of where I started.
I picked the number 4 because I wanted to go with 45, but that number wasn't available.
One here, and then there's something over here.
I mean, it's proud to have your family name on the car, and like, it's like you're not racing for yourself. Like, when I was putting my stickers on the car, I was thinking, wow, this is mine now, it's awesome.
It's like, that will be my new baby.
I wanted to choose the number 17, but unfortunately Nakib took that before I could. I don't really like any numbers above 10, doesn't look that nice.
You want me to drive first?
So the only ones available were like 2 and 4, so I took 2.
So yeah, my expectation for them is really high, and they really proved me right, you know. They have the speed, they have the knowledge.
They've absorbed all the information like a sponge.
From the morning session to the evening session, they have improved so much.
And you could see the first run, the lap times were all over the place. But by the time we got to the end of the day, they were getting closer and closer and tighter.
But they are also enjoying the process together, you know.
They're very enthusiastic.
You know, the circuit has been like, it's been my dream to drive a circuit like this, and not many kids get to do this kind of thing, get this opportunity to drive cars on this circuit where a lot of motorsports events have been held, like Formula 1, MotoGP, Super GT, all those motorsport events.
For the first time driving under a manufacturer like Toyota was an amazing experience. The privilege that we had to use Sepang to ourselves and having the facilities like the race cars, the mechanics, they were amazing. They made sure everything was tip-top before we went out, and I think it's an experience that not many can get. So I'm very grateful and humble.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, and what a great video to show off the rookies who will be racing here today in race number 2 together with the super sporting class, and I can't wait to see what they're going to be bringing. But I've got a really important announcement here from race control. The pit exit will be opening at 12:05. That's 12:05. That drivers will be able to go out and start warming up their cars.
That's less than 10 minutes actually, but early on we were looking at the segments there where we saw shifted from go-karting all the way straight to an actual race car. So it's being guided by professionals like Alex Young, Mark Darwin. That's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it is. It's great to see that Alex is back in action
Yeah.
again, and I really share a lot of his sentiment about sim drivers. Because the thing is that he is right. Sim drivers get a lot of experience. A lot more track time, so to say, because they get to just drive in the sims every single day, 365 days a year. Whereas to actually come out to a track like this can sometimes be a once in a lifetime opportunity for most people. So the fact is that these sim drivers, even though they may be playing video games all day, it works for most people, but they actually do get genuine experience on the track.
Exactly. So there you go. As what Victor said earlier there, the Super Sporting and Rookie Class race, the pit exit opens at 12:05. That is less than 5 to 6 minutes. And let's see what is going to happen in this race between amazing veteran racers, experienced racers, alongside with the rookies who just got in.
So I think a
I
big
guess it's that sunny weather, man.
Oh yeah, it's really, really sunny out here. It seemed like it was going to be a bit cloudy early on, but it looks like the sun is out and shining bright here on the track. But what that means for the drivers, though, is that's going to be high track temperatures. And the thing about the tires here, for this kind of situation is that they're going to overheat very fast. And some of the drivers, typically, they would either try to run a lower kind of a lower pressure for the tires so that as the tires heat up, the pressures inside the wheels will start to increase. So sometimes if the pressure gets too high, it also reduces the level of grip they can get. So they always want to try to find the optimal pressure, but they also have to take into account the temperatures that the tires will undergo when they actually go racing and when they're also on the track. So the thing is that their race engineer and their mechanics will always be watching the sky, trying to see, are the clouds coming in? Is there going to be a chance of rain or not? From what I hear around the pits, it seems like it's only about a 15% chance. There may be an opportunity for things to get overcast, but the chance of rain seems to be a little bit distinctly far at the moment.
But then we cannot say much there because anything can happen, because that's what we thought.
True.
Even yesterday in the race one, it was all bright and sunny. Then out of nowhere, we saw things change and it was turning into a wet race, and we saw lots of overturns, lots of mistakes by some racers and stuff. But that is another story that happened yesterday. Let's focus on what's happening right now. So car number 17, that is Nakib Aslan, the rookie, of course, being trained by Alex Young and also Mark Darwin. Earlier we saw the segments that happened, and I guess they are basically out for now.
So this was actually from race number 1 there. So we did see that Mark Darwin was leading the race, but unfortunately was getting pressured very heavily by Hayden Haikal, who made a supreme move here, which also allowed Tengku Jan to capitalize to take second place immediately after that. So this was Hayden Haikal's maneuver. He took the outside line here onto turn 3 and was able to stay ahead of Mark Darwin come break time. Then Tengku Jan, of course, took this opportunity to also pass Mark Darwin to take P2. And later on during the race here, we did see a little bit of a scrap between the car number 7, Shafiq Ali, who actually made his way up to 3rd place here, having started 8th on the grid. So he was continuing to chase up to the rest of the podium sitters here. Hayden Haikal and Tengku Jan as they continue to battle for the lead. And at one point later on, we did see that Shafiq Ali was actually able to pass them. Now the rookies though had a little bit of a shaky start, but it looks like once they got used to the conditions here, we can start seeing them actually pulling a lot of speed. In particular, Nakib Aslan was so impressive because he actually managed to tangle with some of the midfielders in the Super Sporting class. So fantastic performance here from our rookies. And of course, this was a maneuver that Shafiq Ali managed to do out here onto Hayden Haikal, going around the outside here and constantly trying to attack him onto the inside line of turn 2. And this time he made it stick. He managed to snatch the lead away, but Hayden Haikal was able to defend back. So this was a very, very tight race to the line there, but Shafiq Ali still came out victorious at the end, getting in front of them before breaking for turn 4.
Yeah, that is quite a race there by Shafiq Ali and also Hayden Haikal. I'm pretty sure he would be mad on that the moment that Shafiq Ali passed him like he was not even there.
Yeah, and I think this was where Tengku Jan managed to get past.
This was fantastic.
Yeah, this was after Hayden Haikal got passed by Tengku Jan. Tengku Jan went around the outside. Shafiq Ali unfortunately got a lot of understeer going to turn 1, and that mistake was allowed allowed Tengku Jan to be able to overtake him coming to turn 2. Now Shafiq Ali tried his best to get back into it by the time I get to T2, but Tengku Jan was already ahead and was speeding away through turn 3.
Yeah, experience speaks louder there for Tengku Jan. He knows what he was doing there, and that is one of the reasons why he took it so well. And this was the exit on turn 9 and all the way to the main straight. We saw Tengku Jan with that broken side mirror there, getting fast. The checkered flag. That was a fantastic racing by Tengku Jan, of course, the defending champion of this tournament.
Yeah, and also Nakib Aslan takes the checkered flag in order to take first in his class, the rookie class there. So fantastic performances from these guys. But today, this is where the equation is going to be a little bit different from race number 1.
Yeah, it's going to be on a reverse grid, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So race number 1 started with a qualifying session, and that determined the order of the racers start during the grid. Now this time around, they're going to be using the results of race number 1 to determine the grid, and the way that they modified it is that the top 6 drivers of the super sporting class will be starting in reverse order. So that means that Tengku Jan, who won the race, actually starts from 6th place, and Shafiq Ali, who actually took 2nd place, will be starting at 5th, and then Hayden Haikal, who actually finished in 3rd, will be starting in 4th.
Yeah, I believe the rookies will be on the front there, if I'm not mistaken. And,
the rookies, though, they'll still be starting at the back of the super sporting class grid. However, the top 3 of the rookies will also have their order reversed.
All right.
Yeah. So now we can see the cars allowed to go out on track. We see Tengku Jan now trying to get his tires warmed up. The green flag is waved, so that means pit exit is open. Anyone who wants to get out on track now can do so. And pretty much the drivers here will be raring to go because they really want to see what the track conditions are like. It looks like it's going to be very dry and very, very hot. Indeed, very humid here in the Sepang International Circuit, as is tradition, I should say, because it's midday over here.
Yeah, not many of them got the opportunity there, but this time it's going to be all sunny and clear as they get to taste the entire dry track as the sun is basically blazing hot in Sepang International Circuit. We're live here, and let's see what's going to happen in race number 2 between Super Sporting and also Rookie class for today.
Yeah, so the thing is that because of the reverse grid for the super sporting class, Freddie Ang will be starting on the front of the grid alongside Kenny Lee. Mark Darwin, who despite the fact had a really stellar qualifying, only managed to finish in I think 5th place, and as a result he's going to be starting on 3rd. So he's on the 2nd row and he's actually ahead, very comfortably ahead of both Tengku Jan and Shafiq Ali. So this could be a really prime opportunity for Mark Darwin to try to make up some points here in race number 2 after losing out so many positions from race 1.
Yeah, if he's able to do that, then it'll be a fantastic thing by Mark Darwin. The STB putting, we basically put lots of bets on Mark Darwin because he was on pole position, but unfortunately he dropped down to P4, if I'm not mistaken there, and that was not what we were expecting from Mark Darwin, but still there's a chance in the 2nd race.
Yeah, so in the meantime though, for the rookie class, again they'll be starting at the from the back of the super sporting class onwards. So because of the reverse order, Mika Hakimi, who finished 3rd, will be starting in 11th position. Amir Haris, who had finished in P2 for the rookie class, he'll be starting in 12th. Then Nakib Aslan, he'll be on the 13th spot as he had finished fastest out of the rookie class. So yeah, so that is exactly what has been changed, but essentially the order that they finished in determined the starting grid. It's just that the top 6 for super sporting class is reversed and the top 3 for the rookie class is reversed.
Yep, so that's Mark Darwin from Laser Motor Racing, the team of He's for now, and Hayden Haikal's car, number 81. Estee had an amazing fight against Shafiq Ali, but then Shafiq Ali overtakes him in the few other turns that we have seen now. We are talking about Shafiq Ali. There you go, the man from M7 Japan Project Team, as he will be going up against yesterday's rivalry between Tengku Jan and himself.
Yeah, I mean Hayden in particular, you know, he had raced previous seasons in the sporting class, and nowadays been upgraded to super sporting class. He's really looking to try to make a name for himself here, especially racing along many veterans of the sport in this particular class. So I would say that race 1 performance there actually was really, really good, considering that this is his debut in the super sporting class. So I'm really excited to see whether or not he'll be able to carry that momentum of performance from race number 1 into race number 2. And knowing his kind of pace and knowing his kind of consistency from the sporting class, I'm pretty sure that he's really up for the task.
Yep, early on we saw Brandon Paul there, and this is Mika Hakimi, the rookie class, of course, waving through the cameras there. And let's see if he's able to jump past his P1. That was Nakib Arslan on yesterday's race. And this is Ame Haris and number 17. Early on we saw, and this is Nakib Arslan talking about him, the boy who is basically on top in race number 1. And this is race 2. Let's see if they are able to capitalize this there, Victor.
Yeah, so here we got Juan He driving the car number 73. And the thing is that his parents actually are here. Both saw them in the garage early on this morning, and they're here to support their sons. We saw Putra Adam there in the car number 25 and Troy Ayman in car number 27. Troy, unfortunately, will be starting literally at the back of the grid here at 16. So I think like this will be a really good chance for him to try to make up some more. And given that now it's dry conditions here, I mean, this start here should be pretty exciting, especially for the rookies. But with the high track temperatures, I really hope that they're going to be able to manage the tires well and be able to maintain their grip. Our race director is here, M. Ravin. He is really a national treasure, I should say.
Yeah, he has been here for many, many years. He has been the race director throughout the F1 days, Super GT days, and MSF. You can name it whatever. He is the main man. If the race is not starting, then you know who to look for. That is Mr. M. Ravin, who is basically directing all and also guiding these racers through the track today. And let's see if you're able to get an amazing start from all of the races. It's going to be a fantastic race, and I'm hoping for more actions and dramas that's going to happen on the track there, Victor.
Yeah, I am indeed, and the drivers as well. Like, they're already sitting inside the cars, getting to terms with the conditions here. It's definitely a little bit hot in here, but once they're getting to the cockpit, they have to keep their cool and just really focus on the objectives ahead. You know, every single driver here is always looking to try to gain extra points, and with the reverse grid here, this really opens up opportunities for some of the midfielders to make up points here in this race. So Freddie Ahn in particular, I think this is a prime opportunity for him to show what he's capable of, because I know that he is a very consistent qualifier. You know, he usually, his deltas are not too far off, so I think that if he can actually secure a good start and stay ahead of Kenny Lee here, I think he'll be pretty much set to get some good haul of points for this race.
Yeah, he did have amazing performance there going up against Kenny Lee, and that is something we really need to look forward to. Should not be focusing more on the top threes. There could be more actions in the P4 to P7, and off it goes. That's Mark Darwin's car number 63, Kenny Lee on number 38. This is going to be a fantastic race day for all of the super sporting class and also the rookie class. Safety cars out, man.
Yep, the safety car is going for a run on the track here to judge the track conditions, but he's going ahead of the other drivers later on. So he's just going to have a look. So I think it was a good opportunity as well to talk about the track. So given that this is the northern track, we're only racing on half of the Grand Prix layout. And one of the things that is a little bit challenging for even drivers who have raced regularly here in Sepang is that the new turns 7 and 8 seem to have caught out a lot of drivers during practice. So the thing is that in the past, you know, after coming through coming up now to turn 4 here is a safety car. So after this will be turn 5. That's where the elevation will start to change downhill. And some drivers here, you know, if they actually miss their braking point and or rather don't really take a good line here to turn 4, that opens them up to attack on this downhill section here, which is starting from turn 5. We did see a lot of drivers struggle as well in this during the wet because the speeds here are very high. There's actually quite a good, quite a drastic camber that goes around here. So now the safety car is just rounded around to its turn 6. Now it's entering the service road here that marks the new turn 7 and 8. And this is a spot where we've seen lots of drivers doing practice and even qualifying actually get it all wrong and end up on the grass. And the thing is that it's really critical for the drivers to nail the exit at turn 8, because immediately after that it's just turn 9 and practically a straight all the way to turn 1. So the thing is that getting a good exit at turn 8 allows them to maximize the acceleration out and hit the top speed by the time they have to brake for turn 1.
Yeah, that is something basically the drivers need to look forward to. So we are basically 1 minute less than we go into the race. between the sporting class and also rookie class. This is the Toyota Gazoo Racing Festival Vios Challenge Season 4 as we are underway for race number 2 of the day.
Yeah, and Ravin now having his hand already on the starter box there. So when he flips that switch, the lights will turn on, and that will indicate to the drivers that they're allowed to go on their warm-up lap. So let's wait and see how these guys will be going later on. So the thing,
look at how beautiful it is.
I know, it's
fantastic
so picturesque.
racing day
I think the only thing really that's missing here are the fans, because they're just racing right now to empty stands. But hopefully, you know, when the pandemic situation has been resolved and people are allowed to come and gather again, I think like we really need to get people to pack the stands here, because these drivers really deserve all the support they can get. This is going to be a 6-race championship, and that's making sure that that ensures that this is going to be a very competitive motor racing series here that people out there really should follow, because these guys represent some of the best drivers here that are attempting to make a name for themselves here in Malaysia's motorsport scene.
Yeah, talking about fans, there, I want you, ladies and gentlemen, that's watching on the Facebook live stream to give your support for any of the races that you're basically supporting, either from the sporting class or the rookie class. Show us your support on the comments as we will bring you all the actions that's happening on the track. We are down here for the practice session, actually. I mean, they're basically warm-up session, actually. They're getting a taste of the entire track once everything is done. This is the moment. This is the only chance for them to get to know what is, what is the advantage and also the disadvantage of their move.
And more importantly, it's also a good opportunity for them to get their tires warmed up before the start, because really they are still going to be running on a standing start here. Yesterday we had to do a rolling start for these guys, and that unfortunately had its own consequences. So now this is the starting grid here. Starting in the first row is Freddie Ang from Telaga Mas Toyota. Kenny Lee from Kagani Racing will be alongside him on the front row. In row number 2, we got Mark Darwin right next to Hayden Haikal. Darwin is from Laser Motor Racing. Haikal drives for Speed Addicts. Shafiq Ali will be rounding out grid position 6 and as well. In the meantime, on the other side of the row here, we got Boy Wong driving as a privateer. Keithley Offman for 23 Motors will be starting next to him. William Ho for Toyotsu Racing in the next. We are really jumping through all these lists here. Meantime, we have the rookies here. Nakib Aslam, of course, will be in row 7. P1G will be in 14th. Putra Adam will be in 15. And Troy Ayman will be starting at the back of the grid.
Right, it's going to be amazing race day, and let's see what is going to happen in this race as the cars are basically back as they are exiting turn number 9, as they'll be going and getting into their positions of their grids that was basically oscillated earlier on there, Victor.
Yeah, so Freddie Ang now taking his prime spot here in front of the starting line. As the racers get ready to start, ladies and gentlemen, we are now entering day 2 here at Sepang North Track, racing in Season 4 of the Toyota Gazoo Racing Vios Challenge. Gentlemen, let those engines roar! And go, go, go! Freddie Ang still able to keep his lead for now, but we see Mark Darwin attempting to try to run around him, going around the inside here along the wall. Freddie Ang actually losing out his positions here as car number 38 moves ahead. Kenny Lee now currently in the lead of the pack now as it comes down to a third one, but Shafiq Ali has somehow made his way just behind Kenny Lee. Is trying to get him up close and get in front of Mark Darwin as well. Shafiq Ali now, amazing start. He's going to be able to get into P3 here for sure, but Mark Darwin is defending P2, trying to his best here to keep Shafiq Ali at bay. The rest of the cars now going 3 wide, 2 wide some as they go into turn 3 here. It looks like Kenny Lee still will be able to maintain a sizable lead here as Mark Darwin now is getting drafted by Shafiq Ali as they go uphill now towards turn 4. Shafiq Ali trying to find an opportunity, but Mark Darwin defends it very, very hard, going in all the way deep into the inside. Switch around outside, but Shafiq Ali tries to find the inside line. They're going 3 wide through turn 4. But the thing is that Mark Darwin has managed to get his nose just ahead of Kenny Lee as they come down towards turn 5. Going downhill, Kenny Lee does have the inside line. He's going to be able to swoop ahead here, but he needs to stay ahead of Mark Darwin before they get towards turn 7. But Mark Darwin slides his way, shoulders away, towards the inside of turn 6, but still, Kenny Lee keeps ahead. They're going to be going too wide through turn 7. It's very dangerous, but Mark Darwin still holds on. He stays in the lead. They're going to be coming across the line soon, but these 3 cars are still racing to try to take away P1, but it's still going to be Mark Darwin who comes out ahead. Shafiq Ali now bumping side by side along with Kenny Lee. They're still attempting to fight it out here. They still have an opportunity to get up onto the lead, and Shafiq Ali is not going to let this go.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about. Mark Darwin is still leading the race, and side by side is going to be Shafiq Ali, and on the other side is going to be Kenny Lee. It's a fantastic racing, man. They're basically showing lots and lots of top performance, even in the first lap. 19 laps to go, actually, but no, Mark Darwin, man, we're talking about Mark Darwin. Top performance by him.
Yeah, Mark Darwin. Oh, it looks like Shafiq Ali fell back quite a bit there after turn 2. It seems like car number 27 has already made its way through. That is car Troy Ayman, actually from the rookie class. He actually, and is he being lapped here? I think that's really weird. But also, that is car 21 there. It is Boy Wong driving as a privateer here, and he actually managed to make himself way up here into P2. So well done to him, but it seems like Shafiq Ali made a mistake going through turn 2, and that's actually cost him a couple of places.
Yeah, so talking about Putra Adam there, that's a perfect sector 1, 36.828. That is absolutely perfect comparing to the other sectors of the other drivers, actually. But right now, Mark Darwin is still leading the race, and behind him, it's going to be Kenny Lee, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Kenny Lee and also Shafiq Ali trying to chase him down, but then the gap is still wide as Mark Darwin exits turn number 9.
No, Boy Wong actually is in P2 right now. The timing board has not been updated because I haven't gone past control line yet, but I believe that the timings now will be correct. Mark Darwin currently holds the fastest lap, so Boy Wong right now ahead of Hayden Haikal. Kenny Lee as well lost out in the incident with Shafiq Ali there, so he is currently in P5, dropped down together with them. Oh, a little bit of action here as we see Hayden Haikal now slipping ahead of Shafiq Ali, trying to attack Boy Wong here for P2, and also trying to defend for Shafiq Ali, who is trying to challenge him on the outside here in turn 2. But the thing is that Hayden Haikal was able to keep his line well. Shafiq Ali had to back off, and it looks like Hayden Haikal stays in P3.
Yeah, Mark Darwin with a fantastic performance, still keeping on the top there, and behind him it's going to be Boy Wong, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is Boy Wong on the car number 21. And behind him is going to be Hayden Haikal. Hayden Haikal we saw in race 1. He's basically chasing, still he's chasing behind Shafiq Ali, man.
Yeah, car number 22, Brendan Paul, he is back in action here after some gearbox issues, and he's already up into P6. He's currently trying to battle along with Kenny Lee and Tengku Jan here. So I'm really going to be excited to see what Brendan will be able to bring here, because he didn't really have a race when you think about it from race 1. So Brendan Paul right now taking a little bit of a wider line here, but really trying to bring the pressure here to Kenny Lee.
Yeah, Freddie Ang, talking about Freddie Ang, who is basically in the last P there. He's basically not the best start so far, if you ask me.
In any case, coming across the line now, that is Tengku Jan in the 61 car. He's currently in P7, so he already won race 1, so he has a lot of points. This is really more a question of how many extra points can he get. But really, coming in for a battle here towards P2, that's going to be Boy Wong getting a bit of a nudge. That's a bit of contact there from Hayden Haikal, but it's not enough to unsettle Boy Wong's car, so he will be able to stay ahead of him going through turn 2. Now the thing is that Hayden Haikal will definitely have a little bit of a draft here coming out of turn 3, so turn 4 will be very, very important here for Boy Wong. He needs to try to defend that, so let's see that in the replay. Yeah, it does look like Hayden Haikal did nudge him a little bit and actually forced him a little bit sideways, but look at the control that Boy Wong was able to do in that car, keeping it pointed forward and ensured that he was able to make it through turn 1 safely.
Yeah, he's still behind him there, and that is why the experience speaks louder. And of course this time Shafiq Ali is trying to catch up with the top 3s, of course. Well, he still has time there because 17 laps to go in our first race of the day. Race number 2, Super Sporting, and also rookie class as it stands. Mark Darwin leads the race.
Yeah, Boy Wong now fighting with his car here in all his might to try to keep Hayden Haikal at bay. the meantime, Kenny Lee is just looking to try to maintain his position and try to defend his lines here from Brendan Paul, but you look at that, he actually has a little bit of damage on his rear bumper, so that definitely is going to affect his aerodynamics somewhat. In the meantime, for the rookie class here, we do see Juan He is actually leading the pack here of the rookies here, just ahead of Amir Haris. So the thing is that the rookies, looks like the other guys are having quite a better race this time around compared to race 1. Juan He right now in the lead here for the rookie class. He does also have some damage to his bumper. In fact, his rear bumper looks like it's about to tear off, going 180 here.
I told you there's a contact early on, man.
Yeah, it looks like he has to go a little bit wide here. That actually gives a little bit of opportunity for car number 4, Amir Haris, to try to attack him around the outside. No! Someone has gone backwards on the track to contact here between car 25 and 27. That's Troy Iman and Richard Adam, and they're left stranded here at T1. Are they still able to move though? The thing is that in the meantime, the rest of the rookie class will be moving along. Looks like Richard Adam is still able to get back in the race, but Troy Iman is still stuck. Okay, now he is able to get on the move, so it looks like we will not need a safety car, but that looks like some damage there to the front of Troy Iman's car.
Oh, not a good moment there for the rookies, but then it's all right. As we are, that's the replay from almost
Yeah, I see that. Okay, so Troy Iman actually knocked into Richard Adam as he was attempting to brake for turn 2. So very, very unfortunate there. It looks like it was contact to the back there. So if anything, Troy Iman couldn't react fast enough to the braking there by Richard Adam going into turn 2.
Yeah, so car number 73 as there with the open bumper on the side there, you see that is basically Juan He, who is from their rookie class, of course. He had a little bit of a contact early on. We have seen that that's his car there, getting past the straight, the main straight off as we are going near to turn number 1 and 2.
Yeah, that bumper is actually starting to drag.
It's going to come off soon, man.
It's going to drag against the road there, and I fear that
even number 38 is out on the other side.
Yeah, I noticed that bumper damage early on, but it looks like the one that's on Juan He's car is somehow still hanging on even after the straight here. So I guess he is still going to try to continue running, but the thing is that if that bumper actually starts rubbing against like his tires or something like that, he's going to have to go into the pits because there's no way he'll be able to continue the race under those conditions.
Yeah, so on board right now we see it is Mark Darwin leading the race with the gap that is quite a distance there. 1.27.304 actually.
There was another car stranded just now at turn 4, so that's why there was a yellow flag being waved there. And actually it's right around the outside. So
was it the rookie's car or the super sporting class?
Couldn't quite see. It was a really quick flash on the screen just now, but there is a car stranded there. I'm not sure whom exactly it is. Oh, that could be Brendan Paul because he has not actually gone past. Not again for Brendan.
Not again.
Oh no, this is such a shame here because I'm looking at the timing board here, and it seems like Brendan Paul has actually dropped out of the list here. He's right now at the bottom here together with Troy and Putra Adam. So I'm not too sure what happened. It's possible that his car is the one that's stranded in turn 4 right now. In the meantime, though, we are seeing Mark Darwin having a very comfortable lead now ahead of Boy Wong, who right now is really just holding up the rest of the cars here. Shafiq Ali in car number 7 having a look around the outside, but Boy Wong just defending with his might here because he's holding back one really tenacious driver here in Shafiq Ali, and 2, the 2-time champion here of TGR, the TGR Vios Challenge here, Tengku Jan, who is currently chasing both of these battling drivers. And just like in race 1, he's also looking for that opportunity again, and maybe lightning might strike twice.
Most likely, even in the lap 15 earlier on, Tengku Jan was in P5, and now he just climbed on top now to P4, chasing down Mark Darwin, Boy Wong, and also Shafiq Ali. It's just like yesterday's race.
Yeah, just like it, except that Shafiq Ali isn't on the lead at the moment. Looks like the Brendan Paul's car is actually stuck in the gravel. So the thing is that, well, most of the drivers will not be going out there anyway. So I guess that's why they're allowing the race to still continue. But it still is the yellow flags there on T4. And I think that might pose a little bit of a problem here for the drivers because T4 is a really important overtaking spot. So this actually does reduce somewhat the number of chances that these guys can try to make an overtake. Pretty much it does mean that they have to be able to stay ahead of their opponents if they want to be able to attack them to be able to grab a position come towards turn 5.
Yep, so as the racers are approaching into turn number 1, it's a bad day for Brendan Paul, of course. Even in yesterday, he had a little bit of a problem with his transmission, actually. And this time, even in race number 2, it is not an ideal day for Brendan Paul, as the safety car is basically out, approaching to turn number 2.
Yeah, safety car has been deployed now, so they will be removing Brendan Paul's car from turn 4 so that racing can actually continue over here. So now the cars, this is actually going to be a good opportunity. Okay, actually that is not Brendan Paul's car, even though he's not on the timing board. That actually is car number 25, Putra Adam, who remember had the
had contact early on.
Had contact from the back there from Troy Iman. So it looks like that damage to his car seems to be terminal. He might have spun out as he was trying to brake towards turn 4 and decided to abandon his car. And I believe on the right hand side there, yeah, you can see another car there. I believe that might be Brendan Paul's car. I can't quite see the number though from this angle, as the safety car takes the parade of cars through towards turn 4.
Oh man, lots of cars stranded there. This is the first time we see a few cars being out so far. And I believe the safety car is still out there leading the entire race for now, as they want to ensure everything is basically safe and sound. As on the P1, we see Mark Darwin with his last timing, which is basically 1.26.932. I'm not sure about his best timing yet, but he quite had a bad sector 1 in this current lap.
Yeah, so the thing is that at the moment, now it's going to be a very critical time for the drivers here, because they still have to manage their tires warm. The tire temperatures and the pressures. So given that it is a safety car, you will see some of these guys perhaps try to wiggle the car a little bit to make sure that the car still feel stable enough that the balance isn't affected. But for the most part, this is actually kind of good news, I think, for Shafiq Ali, because this means that Mark Darwin's lead now is virtually evaporated. There could be a chance during the restart that Shafiq Ali could try to get past Boy1 and then continue to challenge Mark Darwin for the lead. So this could set up potentially a really interesting situation, because by the time the safety car is brought back into the pits, I think there will be much less laps left on the clock here, and that's going to make for a much shorter and certainly a much more exciting race.
Yeah, so for those of you who are basically watching at home, this is the Toyota Gazoo Racing Festival Vios Challenge Season 4. And we are down here with our first race in Sepang International Circuit Super Sporting, and also rookie class race number 2, as the race number 1 is basically ended yesterday. And right now we are in race number 2. But right now we kind of saw a little bit of unfortunate events that happened on the track. That is one of the reasons why the safety car is out leading the entire packs of cars there. And let's see what is going to happen in the final turn. Is he going to go into the pit, or there's going to be several checks coming up?
Yeah, so I stand corrected. It seems like it's not Brendan Paul's car after all. It was Troy Iman's car. Remember, both him and Putra Adam had contact early on in turn 2. So as a result, both cars ended up stuck and stranded on the edge of track. It seems like Troy Iman might have attempted to continue racing, but unfortunately spun his car out in turn 4 and got himself stranded in the gravel trap. So unfortunately, both of these rookies are out for the race here. We still have 4 more rookies racing in the rookie class. We got Amir Harris right now leading this leading the rookie class. Juan He is in P10 right now, and Mika Hakimi immediately after him. Freddie Ang from the Super Sporting class is splitting both Mika Hakimi and Nakib Aslan, the rookie class winner from race 1 currently. So 13 cars still remain in our race here today. Unfortunately, Brendan Paul, Troy Iman, and Putra Adam have been unfortunately have retired from this race.
Yeah, I did not even see Putra, Brendan Paul's car there. I only saw his car earlier during the starting of the grid, and then it went missing after that. Pretty sure. I just hope that it is not another transmission problem, but we knew that SD was complaining on that. And this is the only moment we saw Brendan Paul's car was taken off, and then I do not know what happened there, because after a few more laps we did not able to see Brendan Paul's car.
this is the replay of the start of the race here. You saw how Mark Darwin dove into the inside wall there in order to try to get a lead up. And we saw Shafiq Ali conversely having capitalized on a really good start here in order to get alongside Mark Darwin and actually started to challenge him for P2 here. But the thing is that the car that was leading ahead of them was just kind of holding them back a little bit. That was actually Kenny Lee here, who was starting on P2 and ended up being in front. So Mark Darwin was able to capitalize on a good exit of turn 2 to stay ahead of Shafiq Ali, and pretty much had to find an opportunity here to get past Kenny Lee here. And I think this was where Shafiq Ali tried to make a move on the outside. Kenny Lee defended. Mark Darwin had the inside line there. Shafiq Ali found himself basically in a rock and hard place because he's got 2 cars basically blocking his way throughout the entire first lap. So Mark Darwin started to challenge Kenny Lee here for the lead, trying to go around the outside on turn 5, knowing that as long as he can keep his nose just alongside his B pillar, he can take the inside line on turn 6, and that was exactly what he did. And Kenny Lee struggled really hard here to try to keep up with Mark Darwin, was still able to keep it alongside him going towards turn 7, but by the time they had to go towards turn 8, unfortunately Kenny Lee lost out quite a bit, having to go a little bit wide off the track there, being forced off, I think, actually by both Mark Darwin and Shafiq Ali.
I love this moment.
Yeah, this was Shafiq Ali just really nudging Kenny Lee aside here, trying to find a way to get past Mark Darwin, trying to get a little bit of space for himself because he was otherwise going to be squeezed by Kenny Lee here against the inside wall. So Mark Darwin simultaneously is defending. We did see like Hayden Heikal having a really optimistic look on the outside here, trying to get some extra speed through and hoping how the inside. I mean, it's amazing that even after 2 laps here, these cars are still going 2 wide, 3 wide into turn 1. This is some fantastic racing.
Yeah, early on we saw the import camera that can see how stressful it is, the amount of pressure that the racers need to go through, but they're all well experienced. They've driven here before many times, and that's one of the reasons how they're able to handle the race with no problem at all. Unless, I mean, actually we saw certain unfortunate events between the rookies there. We had a few unusual events, but that is a different story. But if you're talking about the sporting class, they basically know what they're doing there. Shafiq Ali, Hayden Heikal, and we cannot discount Tengku Jan, who just jumped from P5 to P4. And by the time he wanted to get everything done there, we saw that the safety car was out.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what exactly happened pretty on, because mind you, he actually started at the front of the grid and now it's ended all the way towards the back there. The race director has made the announcement that the safety car will pit at the end of this lap, and since they're going around towards the service road here, the safety car will come in. The lead car now, Mark Darwin, will be determining the pace here as they now turn around towards turn 7 and 8, and by the time they get to the control line, it's going to be time for racing. Of course, Mark Darwin will be leading the pack, Boy 1 behind, actually losing a little bit of speed here and actually giving Mark Darwin the ability to pull up a really good lead here going towards turn 1. Shafiq Ali is still attempting to try to get a draft here. One of his side mirrors actually got a little bit folded, so he doesn't really have vision on his right-hand side, but it doesn't matter. He's going to try to have a look on the inside here, but Boy Wong defends it very well here going towards turn 2. Oh, but Tengku Jan might have just found a little bit of a gap here that Shafiq Ali may present to himself. Shafiq Ali now defending very hard to ensure that Tengku Jan does not get past him on turn 2. So Shafiq Ali stays ahead of him going through turn 3, but looks at that. Boy Wong now pulling ahead here as Shafiq Ali has to defend his 3rd place.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I love to watch Tengku Jan driving there. Even yesterday he showed us something that was very special at the final 2 laps, and here he goes again, chasing down Shafiq Ali yet again, waiting to see if he makes a mistake. Because yesterday we saw Shafiq Ali making an unusual mistake there, and that is how we saw Tengku Jan capitalizing him. Will there be another moment for Tengku Jan in this race, as there's 9 more laps to go in this super sporting and also rookie class, race number 2?
To answer your question, basically there's going to be 9 more moments, because we know that Tengku Jan loves to try to attack on turn 1.
He likes to come at the most final few last laps, man. We'll always see the magic from Tengku Jan at that moment.
Well, let's hope that magic will be coming to us soon here, because Tengku Jan is going to need it in order to be able to get onto the podium. Shafiq Ali is the man that's currently keeping him away from that position, and Shafiq, he has other things in his mind because he's still chasing very hard against Boy Wong. Now they are still able to keep up relatively close here to Mark Darwin. Boy Wong taking a very defensive line here going towards turn turn 2. So I don't think Shafiq Ali will be making his patented outside line
Oh,
movement.
oh.
Oh, look at that. Again, he had to break a little bit, and that forced Boy Wong, that allowed him to try to go outside. Bit of contact here. What's going on? I think someone just got knocked from behind there. I think Shafiq Ali and Tengku Jan were tagging a little bit going through turn 2, but it seems like Shafiq Ali somehow is still able to stay ahead of the two-time champion.
Yeah, fantastic racing there by Shafiq Ali, still keeping himself on the front, even though we saw pressure coming on from the back. That is Tengku Jan trying to push him to make mistakes there. And here he takes the inside line by Tengku Jan, but then it's still quite a distance for him to get an advantage of Shafiq Ali, who's basically in front. I'm not sure if you get a replay on that, but we did saw a few contacts coming through, Victor.
Yeah, so Tengku Jan there right now really trying hard to just keep up with Shafiq Ali through the fast sector. It seems like this is a place where Shafiq Ali is just a little bit faster, so it's really Tengku Jan has to capitalize on his sector 1 times here in order to be able to keep up, especially after turn 8 here, and it seems like Shafiq Ali will be a little bit slower, so that allows Tengku Jan to be able to gain a lot of gap. So in the meantime, though, we do see Boy Wong starting to get a toe here for Mark Darwin, and is actually closing in very, very close here to our race leader. So may Boy Wong try to go for a look. Looks like Tengku Jan going to have to try to have a look on the outside here as Hayden Haikal, currently the 5th wheel here in this lead. Boy Wong! He found the inside line there onto Mark Darwin, actually snatches the lead away from the driver from Laser Motorsport. So Mark Darwin now trying to attack back onto him here as they come through towards turn 3. Shafiq Ali just looking, he has the front row seats to the experience here as Boy Wong, the privateer, has somehow made his way into the lead here with only 7 laps to go.
Yeah, Boy Wong came in like he was not even there. Out of nowhere, took the inside line and he made it out, giving it a little bit difficult for Mark Darwin to close the gaps. But that was fantastic driven there by Mark, it is Boy Wong. Boy, he is doing the job, man.
Yeah, Boy Wong now, he is currently the race leader here. Again, there are 7 laps to go, so Mark Darwin is going to have to counterattack fast. He's going to try to go around inside. Looks like Boy Wong just sweeping his car, going sideways practically through turn 6 as he attempts to try to set himself up here towards turn 7, going very much outside the track limits.
They're all pressure, they're all pushed over here, man.
All 5 of these cars are just so close. They're just really banging up to the toe that Boy Wong is providing here. And really, Mark Darwin needs to try to find a way to try to get past, and he is getting a toe of a Boy Wong here. He might have an opportunity coming up towards turn 1. Let's see what he's going to do. He's going to have a look on the outside. Boy Wong tries to defend on the inside. Tengku Jan going way outside there, but he's not going to be able to get close enough. But the thing is, Shafiq Ali goes around the outside. He goes around the outside. Tengku Jan tries to take inside, but he's going to be outside coming into turn 2. Boy Wong now attempting to try to stay ahead of Mark Darwin, but Tengku Jan now trying his best here to get onto the podium places. Looks like he might just be able to get P3 away from Shafiq Ali. Now just wiping a sweat off his brow. Lots of effort, lots of dedication here in order to try to snatch his place, but it looks like it's going to be P3 here with Tengku Jan. But Boy Wong and Mark Darwin, yes, still continue to battle. It looks like Boy Wong does have a little bit of a lead here going towards turn 4. He's going to be able to defend, but Tengku Jan now trying to go around the side. Look at that! Tengku Jan going around the outside here. He will have the inside line of turn 5. He will have an advantage. He is trying to take the lead here. Can he do it though? Yes, he does. He is in front. Tengku Jan now leading race 2 with 6 laps to go.
This is what I told you. This is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Tengku Jan, he was on P4. He saw the opportunity there. He saw the gap, then he saw the mistake done by Shafiq Ali, and he took advantage of that. And this time, Shafiq Ali rushing to chase Tengku Jan there as they exit into turn number 9, actually, as they go down straight into the main straight all the way to turn number 1. Man, I'm talking business over here. Tengku Jan is not here to give his title away. The 2-time champion, perhaps we might have the 3rd-time champion again. But never mind, there's still 5 more laps to go. Anything can happen in this race.
But I'll tell you what, these 5 cars are still following very closely, so the potential for lead changes are still very high. We are seeing car number 38, Chris Kennedy, that's the one with the broken bumper now, trying to go toe-to-toe against Amir Harris there in car number 4. Amir Harris had the outside line here, but Freddie Ang, who has made his way up the grid here, unfortunately becomes a little bit of traffic for both the rookies as well as Freddie Ang. It's an attempt to battle it out here for the 9th place, it looks like, as Kenny Lee still is able to stay ahead of rookies here. Amir Harris currently leading the rookie class.
Yep, so Hayden Haikal is in P5, P6 is going to be Kilfi Oltman, and P7 is going to be William Ho, P8 Freddie Ang, and Kenny Lee dropped down to P9 as we see, but then we haven't got the updated board so far. That'll be basically in turn number 9, but right now the car number 21, Boy Wong, is being chased up front there, and let's see if he's able to catch up Tengku Jan. I think this is quite an early moment to see a magic from Tengku Jan, man.
What do you mean the magic's already passed, I would say, because
No.
look at that.
What I'm trying to say is that this is quite an early moment, because usually he does this during the last 2 laps. That is what he did yesterday.
If he can do it earlier, why not, right? I mean, basically, look at his pace right now. He's 1 second ahead of Shafiq Ali at the moment. 2 seconds now ahead of Boy Wong. And that's a sizable lead. It goes to show that he had a lot of pace and he was just waiting and biding his time. And now he's just going to be unleashing it to get a comfortable lead here in order to secure the lead, secure this race. But now, Boy Wong still attempting to defend against Mark Darwin. He has not given up yet, this man from Laser Motorsport. He really wants to try to take on Boy Wong here, trying to get alongside him, but Boy Wong says, no, I'll close the door on you coming into turn 2. Shafiq Ali now staving off a challenge here for Hayden Haikal, but it seems like Boy Wong now is able to build quite a bit of gap from him as he accelerates away towards turn 4.
Yep, so we're still seeing Tengku Jan leading the race, as his last sector we saw 37.015 on sector 1, and his best timing is going to be 1.26712. That is the best time that is set by Tengku Jan, and he's still far away from car number 21, and that is basically Boy Wong, where we saw him overtaking early on.
Yeah, Shafiq Ali just making full use of his faster sector 2 times here in order to catch up to Mark Darwin. So Mark Darwin forced to try to defend here, going towards turn 7 and 8, as Boy Wong continues to pull ahead here in P2. So 3 cars now battling for that final podium position here. Shafiq Ali may have an opportunity here because he has battled before with Mark Darwin, and he has actually won that battle. So we do know that Shafiq Ali may have may have the potential now. He just really needs to find that opening, but Mark Darwin, knowing how strong he is as a driver, is not going to let this go without a fight.
Yeah, and talking about the rookies there, and it seems Amir Harris is in P10 actually. Yeah, P10 and all the other, yeah, there you go, a look on him on the car number 4, as he is being driven at the P number 10, of course. He's being chased there. Mika Hakimi on P2, trying to close down. Let's just say they're basically from the same class.
I mean, Kenny Lee must be so frustrated right now. The only reason right now that he's being attacked by the rookies is that his rear bumper is almost being torn off here, and that's giving him a severe aero disadvantage. So you can see he's really falling behind the pack. But credit to him, he's still a very strong defensive driver. But I mean, Harris, he finds a way around the inside line, and he's going to try to attack him on this section 2. Oh, that forces Kenny Lee to go very wide there, bouncing off of the curb, but he's still able to stay ahead. But it looks like Amir Harris may have lost out a little bit of pace here, because car number 17 is looking to get it capitalize to this. Mika Hakimi now leading the rookie classes. He uses this opportunity now to tuck himself right behind Kenny Lee, and he's now leading the rookies as they come around turns 5 and 6.
Yeah, so 3 more laps to go in this race for the super sporting class and also rookie class. And it seems there's a little bit of incident happened there, as we see all the class are basically very close to each other. And on the car number 17, the bumper is almost out, if I'm not mistaken, there, as they are going down straight into the turn number 1 and turn number 2.
Kenny Lee just basically being the leader of the pack of rookies here, just basically showing these boys, okay, this is the way you kind of race. But Mika Hakimi is having none of it right now, because he's going to try to pass him around the outside. Look at how far he is hit. He's gone way too wide now. Oh my goodness, this is terrible here for Mika Hakimi. He now slides into the back of the rookie pack. Car number 17, Nakim Aslan, who won the rookie class last race, is now leading ahead, but he does have a torn bumper. That is certainly going to affect his performance. So the thing is, the rookies are still going to continue to race on. Mika Hakimi now tucks in. He's currently last of the rookie class, and he's trying his best to fight his way towards rookies here. Now coming towards turn 4, Kenny Lee, can he still stay ahead here? He's literally the gatekeeper now to these group of really young boys, and he's making sure that none of them can get past him.
I mean, the fantastic moment here, it is basically Kenny Lee, where we saw Mika Hakimi drifting. Why? He was like, where are you going, man? And that is fantastic racing by Ken Lee. With that experience he's showing there, he's basically saying that, you know, I'm leading this race. Stay behind me.
Well, they practically are leading his own class right now, but the thing is that bumper is looking a little bit worrying here. It doesn't look like it will be tearing off anytime soon though, because it's quite folded back. So I guess he's kind of in the same boat right now with Kenny Lee. So in the meantime though, on the front here, it looks like Tengku Jan having such a good lead here against Boy Wong. 3.3 seconds now with the last lap now in sight. So it looks like Tengku Jan pretty much will be able to win this, but the battle really is brewing in the back line here because the rookies are getting very close. They're still attempting to get past a very limping Kenny Lee here, and it looks like the inside line is going to be taken. Amir Harris, can he get ahead here? He's just going to try to attack around the outside of Nakib Aslan. This is a challenge now for the lead in the rookie class as he attempts to try to round the inside here. He is able to stay in P2 for now for the rookie class, but Nakib Aslan now is pulling ahead and is still attempting to try to get past Kenny Lee.
Yeah, but it's still that we see that Tengku Jan is leading the race, and right now the camera is all on Kenny Lee there as we see the pack of rookies behind him there, but still on the rookie class we know who is leading, but Kenny Lee is still sitting at the most back position so far.
Well, you wanted magic here, Matthew, you're going to get it right now. Tengku Jan, he is going to be coming around towards the line to take the flag here for race 2. After winning race 1, this man is leading the championship here for the Toyota Gazoo Racing Vios Challenge. The rest of the grid are coming through, having a little bit better. We have a little bit of battle in the back there, and the rookies are still continuing to go through. Now 38 is still going to be able to stay ahead of rookies, but it's still going to be Nakib Aslan with a last minute attempt there, still able to stay ahead of his class and still able to take the win for the rookies in race number 2.
Yeah, it seems that it was a fantastic racing by all of the racers there, and we saw Tengku Jan. There you go, a look on him there. Tengku Jan is the champion again. You want to talk about 2-time champion? Man, we have the 3rd-time champion in a row for this amazing legend and a veteran racer, of course. Lots of experience he has. And we saw the magic coming on earlier. Actually, I thought he's going to give us a little bit dramatic comeback in the last 2 or 3 laps. But boy, he just went on to the last 5 laps or 6 laps, and he took it all the way till the finishing line.
Yeah, it's so incredible here because the winners of race 1 still continue to win again in race 2. I mean, what a statement here from Tengku Jan, because like being the 2-time champion here, he's certainly setting himself up very well here for a title challenge this year, and I can't wait to see what the future races will have to hold. But really, the class of the field here, I feel it's Nakib Aslan, because not only was he able to win in race 1 under really challenging conditions, he is still able to eke out a win here in the closing moments of this race. Just incredible stuff here from the rookies. Incredible stuff for the sim racer.
Yeah, exactly. Nakib Aslan, we knew that early on we saw Alex Yung talking about his simulation hours, but this time, boy, he showed, even though with a broken bumper, I can get this done in the rookie class, as we saw him finishing on the P1 again. Behind all of the other rookies. This is a fantastic race. As all the racers are coming down to the pits, what a race we had, man.
Yeah, what a race. The drivers now going to the scrutineering office. They have to be weighed after the race here to ensure that the cars are still in the correct spec here for this race. Again, this is a stock car race, so scrutineers are very, very strict about what is and isn't allowed on these cars. And conversely, they have to use all these calculations and measurements to ensure that everything is in line with the regulations. So for Tengku Jan though, I mean, he's going to be all smiles today. I mean, what a statement from this man. Just 40 years of experience is just showing itself right here today in day 2.
Yep, so there you go. As we see Tengku Jan from, we know who it is. Prima Pearl Auto is basically the champion for Season 4. And on the P2 we see Boy Wong. P3 we see Mark Darwin from Laser Motor Racing. P4 Hayden Haikal from Speed Addicts. And P5 Shafiq Ali M7 Japan Project Team. And P6 we saw William Ho from Toyotsu Racing. P7 Freddie Ang from Telaga Mas Toyo. P8 is going to be Gilfi Othman with 23 Motors. P9 is going to be Kenny Lee. And let's have a look on the rookies. Oh, all right, we have the rookies class. All right, there you go. Nakib Aslan is the man on the top this time. And it seems that Juan He, someone's able to finish P2, man.
Yeah, he was able to finish P2,
Yeah.
so shout out to him though. His parents must be beaming with pride right now because Juan He's gotten some really important points here for this championship. Now we're going to be going back here to the highlights. This was the race start here. We saw these cars were tangling 3 wide, 5 wide as they enter into turn 5. But really, this was where Shafiq Ali and Mark Darwin really capitalized off a good start here in order to try to challenge our front running man here. So the thing is that Kenny Lee tried his best to defend as long as he can, but Mark Darwin and Shafiq Ali slipped around the inside here at turn 4 and pretty much seized control of the race from that point on. This was a very tight battle that Kenny Lee, he really didn't give up at all, trying to his best here to defend all the way through turn 7. A very bold move by him, but unfortunately being forced to take off the run-off area, lost out eventually to both Mark Darwin and Shafiq Ali. And this was where Shafiq Ali just nudged him aside here, really trying to force Kenny Lee out of his way before they had to break for turn 1. This was the onboard footage here of Teguh Jan as he was battling on. He was really on the back foot somewhat throughout the race, but mostly it was just trying to stay out of trouble because he could see that the grid was getting very competitive here, especially in the front. Now, the thing was that this was a bit of a contact from Hayden Haikal. Fortunately, Boy Wong was still able to keep his car under control and was still able to keep his position of second in that particular instance. This was, I think that's Keith Lee Offman going a little bit wide there, but still able to keep in his position. But yeah, it looks like it wasn't quite a clean race for him that time around. In the meantime, for the rookie class, for most of it, car number 73, Juan He, was actually having a good race here, but unfortunately it ran wide here in T1. That opened up the opportunity for Amir Harris to move in. And there was the contact there between Putra Adam and Troy Ayman, eventually forcing both of those drivers to retire from the race and actually force out a safety car. Now this was Teguh Jan, who was currently in 4th place, battling it out with Shafiq Ali. This is where Mark Darwin tried to challenge Boy Wong for the lead here, but Boy Wong was able to snatch it back here and was able to stay ahead of him come turn 2. Mark Darwin and Shafiq Ali continue to bring this chase, and the battling that happened between both Boy Wong and Mark Darwin eventually costed both of them dearly, because this actually opened up the opportunity for Teguh Jan and Shafiq Ali to slip on by. This is a replay of that thing. My goodness, such a very tight moment. Boy Wong just fighting his way with Mark Darwin to ensure that he's able to stay ahead. But look at that, Teguh Jan was able to keep up close enough with them and was able to get past them coming through towards turn 3. So Teguh Jan, once he found the lead, he was pulling way ahead. I mean, he was untouchable towards the end of this race, and what a victory here from our 2-time champion.
Oh, now he's 3-time, man.
Yeah. maybe not. We still have like 2 more races to go here in this championship, so we'll see how it goes. But one thing's for sure, Teguh Jan has a strong lead. This was where Mika Hakimi made a critical error, caught a lot of understeer, breaking the turn 4, and that allowed Nakib Aslan to actually capitalize heavily onto this, and was able to get ahead of the rookie class after that little bit of a tangle. So this was Teguh Jan taking the checkered flag, his hands in the air. He has won this race. He has made Grimapur all proud, and look at the elation of his mechanics and race engineers.
They're all happy with him finishing with that performance that came on the last 5 laps there, going up against Shafiq Ali and the rest of the race. Hayden Haikal, of course. But man, I just feel like Mark Darwin. And what are your thoughts on Mark Darwin? I mean, like, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to have the rookies results there. As we see on P1, it's going to be Nakib Aslan, P2, Juan He, P3, Amir Harris, P4, Mika Hakimi, P5 is going to be Troy Ayman, and P6, Putra Adam. Not a good day for Troy Ayman and also Putra Adam, man.
Yeah, not a good day
Unfortunate
at all.
events that happened, and we saw them circulating around the track.
Yeah. So a bit unfortunate, but that's racing sometimes. You make just one simple mistake and that's the end of your race. They're not going to be able to run for any more points. So unfortunately for Troy and Putra, they just had to learn that hard way. But in any case, I have confidence that they're going to be learning a lot. I mean, they've definitely already learned so much already just by taking part in this race, and just looking at the level of talent, the level of potential, especially with Nakib Aslan, for Amir Harris. These guys are really showing that they they are capable of fighting against the very best of the best here in Malaysia. And, you know, I'm just waiting to see them actually secure a drive in the top team. Let's go ahead and jump on to our host right now, who's going to be bringing us some news here for the pit. So take it away, Nasruddin.
Matthews and Victor, you guys have been sterling as racecasters as we enter race day 2 right here. What an awesome race! I've got to agree with you on that. While I thought yesterday, kalau semalam keadaan yang basah, lencun, exciting race. Ada spin out di sana sini. For sporting class dan juga rookie. So, as they head out of the blocks, dah ada crashes dan sebagainya. Ada juga kereta yang orang kata buat 20 pusingan dengan bumper yang tengah terkeluar tu. Itu satu tahap skill atau kemahiran yang saya kagumi. Jadi di sini kita nak mengucapkan tahniah sekali lagi, third time champion mungkin. Tengku Janleh kita dari belakang walaupun reverse grid mampu meraih tempat yang pertama. Satu lagi yang saya rasa kita harus berasa bangga, Hayden Haikal kita. Orang kata the little racer that could, hanya nak dekat 17 tahun saja. Dan di sini beliau menunjukkan konsistensi yang bagus. Race day 1 tempat yang ketiga, race day 2 tempat yang keempat, and it bodes well for the future of Malaysian motorsports, insyaAllah. Alright, as for the rookie class as well, tahniah Nakib sekali lagi. Walaupun bumper dia juga tenganga, tetap mampu menghabiskan 20 pusingan. Jadi tahniah kepada semua rookies kita. And there you are, ladies and gentlemen, super sporting class as well as rookie class race day 2. Kita akan mengadakan upacara penyampaian hadiah pada penghujung rancangan ini. Jadi teruslah bersama-sama kita untuk memberi sokongan kepada pemandu-pemandu kegemaran anda. Baiklah, kita akan berehat seketika, tapi apa yang kita boleh we can expect as we come back from the break, ladies and gentlemen, remember 2:15 PM is race 2 sporting class, and at 3:15 PM berilah sokongan padu kepada selebriti kegemaran anda. Race 2 promotional class bakal bermula. Zizan Razak, kepada anda yang terlepas aksi semalam, Zizan Razak rookie driver, tapi dia sebenarnya memang dah terror dah. Tapi musim yang pertama buat beliau di Toyota Gazoo Racing Festival dan berjaya mendapat tempat yang pertama. Jadi selebriti yang lain, terutamanya Sukri Yahya, Ambassador Vios kita, tercabar. Macam mana prestasi mereka untuk race day 2? Jadi jangan lupa bersama-sama kita tepat pukul 1:30 petang nanti. Janjilah bersama-sama saya. Jadi sekarang ni pergilah makan tengah hari, pergilah solat dan sebagainya, dan kita jumpa tepat 1:30 untuk race day 2 sporting class dan promotional class. Over to you. Kita jumpa selepas ini.
We're so excited to be able to have just one part of the large Gazoo Racing family come together as we officially wrap up Season 3 of Toyota Vios Challenge by announcing our winner.
It was a very, very fun time on Season 3 because a lot of new things happened. There were new drivers, and I believe it was more exciting.
Amazing, you know, it's satu experience yang you tak boleh beli. You memang kena, orang cakap, kena diberi peluang untuk dapat rasa.
Ini satu penganjuran perlombaan yang sangat hebat. Racing juga sangat mencabar, dan pengakhiran Season 3 yang sangat-sangat menakjubkan.
Everyone is really, really good, really competitive. It really gives me a need to push the boundaries further and try to explore a new limit that we have never been there before. I'm really looking forward for Season 4.
I think the most challenging part is everyone's very close. First of all, you're using the same car. It's a one-week race, and the field for super sporting this year with Tengku Jan and Mark Darwin, both very fast drivers. I was just trying to keep up, don't do as much mistake as previous years. Definitely looking forward to come back Season 4 and definitely go for the win this time.
It was a tough season, but I enjoyed every minute of it, and definitely looking forward to be back in Season 4.
I look forward to welcoming all of you back with strong and vigor again in Season 4.
It starts with a belief, a mission, a desire to rise through every challenge with our sights aimed at the sky. We're pushing the limits in the never-ending race towards ever better. Every lap is a discovery of what it takes to accelerate our capabilities. And we're not slowing down. We evolve to satisfy that calling from within. To get the adrenaline racing. To bring extraordinary to the everyday. Take on the exhilaration. New Vios GR Sport. Built to thrill.